All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is GRAsim TV presented to you live from Kent, England. This week we are at Brands Hatch and happy to bring you the GV8 series. This is week number 9, guys. I'm JD Smith up in the commentary booth. Alongside me this evening will be Kane Kraft and Avery McDonald. Guys, it's good to have you here on board. Absolutely beautiful weather. Shouldn't be any kind of problem for these guys down on the track today. What you got for me tonight, Mr. Kane and Abraham?
It's going to be a great night tonight. Brands Hatch, all these great drivers. Brands Hatch has proven to be a little bit challenging, so I can't wait to see how these guys do on this tight track.
Yeah, most definitely here at the Brands Hatch, you got a bunch of different types of corners. Another thing, well, this track is known for how small the track is and how narrow the racing surface is, so we got to be careful with all the drivers here tonight on making their passing opportunities and when they'll make them.
Yeah, I think one of the big keys of the race tonight is going to be, number one, keep your nose clean. It's going to be really tough to keep your car in a clean condition. We're going to have a lot of banged up fenders, I think, here. I'm not going to call it a wreck fest yet, but I think we're going to have a lot of bent up fenders, a lot of tight aggressive nose racing. Passing is very difficult here at Brands Hatch in smaller touring cars. You get a big heavy machine like we have in these V8 supercars, it makes it even more difficult for these drivers. So look for any type of passing opportunities these drivers may see tonight, fellas. They're going to have to capitalize on those opportunities. That's going to be really my key to the race tonight, and I believe the guy that's going to be able to capitalize on those opportunities and keep his car the cleanest is going to be able to come out of here victorious this afternoon. I can't wait to see how the guy says they got about 30 more seconds, if that, left in qualifying. Looking at our top times right now, guys, it looks like Nigel Baines is currently set to sit on the pole. That could adjust here in the last few seconds of qualification. Greg Carr, a tight 128.6 right behind him. And then we have almost identical times between Daniil Maninkoff in third and Jason Fox in fourth. In fact, only 2 thousandths of a point separate those two drivers.
Yeah, most definitely here at Brands Hatch. This is a very hilly racetrack with a bunch of elevation change. Track has been in racing since the 20s or so with the motorcycles. But bringing these V8 supercars, the guys are going to have to be very careful on how heavy these machines are. And the elevation changes. Definitely in turn 1 and turn 2, that's where big elevation changes. So we'll look forward to that tonight. It's qualifying over on the pole will be Nigel Baines.
Yeah, congratulations to the number 36. I want to talk about Nigel Baines for just a second as the guys are gritting and getting ready for tonight's race. Nigel has been doing a fantastic job lately here in the GV8 series. He's battled up near the front every week. He's even had a wreck or two, but still always battling up at the top. I know he really would like to capitalize on a victory here tonight. I'm looking on the track, and one person I do see missing is the back-to-back-to-back winner of Marty Carroll. I do not see him on our grid tonight, so very unfortunate not to have Marty here with us this afternoon here at Brands Hatch, guys.
Yeah, Marty Carroll is having a tremendous season so far. Missed the first couple of races, but came back with a vengeance to take home the 4 races in a row, but we'll see a new winner tonight.
And with everybody getting set on the grid, Kane, I'm going to let you do our thing here and take us away live here.
We are ready to go live now, ready to get this race underway. The Reds are racing. These guys are off.
I don't think it's a good start.
Contact back in the field, Avery. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you up. A scary situation for Mario Gerard, but he's okay. Back out front of you, Avery.
Right, going sitting on, trying to get to the inside. Great car in the points lead right now. Lost a little bit gap in the last week. Glenn Sidman all over.
Yeah, got a nice sized field tonight, guys. A lot of drivers showed up here in Kent, England, to show up for Brands Hatch. Oh, a little trouble for the Never Quit Racing Ford Falcon of Tony Kloosterman. Gets a little off track. No trouble as far as damage, so he will regain traffic okay.
Luke Bergen's got a little swing coming out turn number 3 and into the wall. First time I think I've seen him here on the Speedway. Maybe you guys have seen it before, but tough luck for him.
No, I think it's first time for Luke Bergens here in this league.
Oh, Zach Baker's around. Into the wall.
Yeah, trouble for Zach Baker. Ooh, and we're gonna have Mark Myers get right into him. Don't think he slowed down just enough in the Fago Ford Falcon there, guys. But remember in the pre-race we talked about keeping your nose clean. The damage that we collect here is going to be crucial. It's going to be hard for Mr. Zach Baker in the 513 to be able to hold on and try to. He's going to. Oh, and he's off again, fellas. Definitely going to have to take that thing to pit road and have his guys work on it.
It was a fairly clean first lap. Zach Baker, we saw him last week. First segment, wasn't able to lead the second segment. But it's good to see him back here at Brands Hatch. I knew he didn't have the track last week, but it's good to see him here out on the raceway.
Just a second, I do want to spot out something that was pointed to me a little earlier. I want to get the camera, if we can, out to Nigel Baines up front and just see if we can get a close-up there on the brand new paint scheme out there by Nigel Baines. The Spotty Dog Cakes has joined up with Marston, and for those of you that don't know Marston, which M Squared, it is our good friend Marty Carroll's team. We actually have a joint team now with Spotty Dog Cakes and Marston Racing, and that is going to be one heck of a team, guys. They are going to be joint team in the Americas races, so we'll be looking for them to join up, as well as they'll be running for the remainder of this season as a team here in the GV8s as well.
Right now, one of the biggest movers was Luke Bergens, moved from 17th to 14th place. As you saw earlier, Zach Baker making an unscheduled pit stop. Right now, you got Nigel Baines out in front. Big battle.
Luke Bergens has spun around, and looks like he's probably got some pretty serious damage.
Nah.
Trouble for Luke Bergens again. Hopefully he'll be able to get back on track. No, it's a tough break for him, guys. I know he'd want to get back to trying to get his car okay and back out front. Another new paint scheme out on the track today, guys, is going to be the number 14 Woody's Lures Ford Falcon. That is Jason Lundy. Gotta love the new scheme. He dropped the Gulf scheme and picked up Woody's Lures as a sponsor here. So that's going to be really cool to see him running a little bit of support with the GV8 there. I love to see that. He's actually doing really good, guys, up in the 5th position right now.
It's great to see Jason Lundy having a good race, being up there in the 5th position and putting on a good showing for his new sponsor.
Yeah, Lundy's been doing a great job so far this season. He struggled a little bit in the beginning at the first race at Okayama. Right now, he's come to a fierce competitor and always in the top 5.
And the silent stalker in the number 83 True Blue Ford Falcon, Glenn Sidman, is doing as always back up in the podium position. He's up in 3rd, always battling for a podium each and every week. We don't talk about him enough, and he is creeping up on Greg Carr in the number 5 slot. In the number 5 car in the 2 slot, excuse me. Greg Carr has been just completely dominating in the point standings this season in the GV8 so far. He's as long as he keeps doing a good job, he should be able to take this title thing out. But it's going to be fun to see him, as I know Greg Carr, he's happy and all to be in the points league, guys, but I know he's the kind of driver, he loves getting victory lane, and you can hear it in his voice each and every week we talk to him, and he hadn't won in a few weeks, and it's got to be itching and burning to win. So look for him to try to get up there and try to attack on Nigel Baines just a little bit.
Yeah, great car. He's just probably trying to get used to the track, get used to the car here. You know, later on in the race, you never know. Might see great car make a run for Nigel Baines.
do want to say something about Nigel Baines here, and I don't want to say this is a fact because I don't know it as a fact, but I want to recall that this is a type of home track for Nigel Baines. I don't want to say it is his home track, but it's a type of home track, because I remember talking to Nigel and him telling us that he had a special place for Brands Hatch. It was one of his favorite tracks. I want to say that. Well, I'll ask him again for sure in post-race interviews, hopefully, but it definitely shows right now, guys. He definitely got the pole position in qualifying, and right now just really trying to drive out and put a big gap in between him and the number 5 car, and doing a good job right now. And here we are on lap number 4, about to start lap number 5, Kane. What are the details on tonight's race here at Brands Hatch? What are the lap numbers, etc.?
Another driver I've been watching is Jason Fox in the 3rd position. Yeah, Jason Lundy's putting on a pretty good battle with Jason, but Jason's been running a good clean race.
Right now, Mario Gerard's
off track for Jason Fox right now. He gets off track into the grass. Looks like it's going to be okay, though. He actually jumps back in right behind Glenn Sidman. Or Daniil Manikoff. He's going to be okay there.
Yeah, Daniil, he started out in the 4th position back to 9th, so he struggled a little bit. We'll take a look at Mario Gerard, starting in the 9th position, already up to 6th place, so good for Mario.
Yeah, very good for Mario Gerard. We've talked about it a lot lately. Mario Gerard has really shown his leaps and bounds as far as improvements over this season, especially since the 31 laps at Bathurst presented by GRAsim. He really turned that season around. He just seemed like he had a string of bad luck, and he's showing each and every week. Look right now as he looks to the outside trying to make a pass opportunity. Is he going to be able to get around? Looks like he's having just a tiny bit of trouble making the pass on Jason Fox. Jason Fox going down pit road, ladies and gentlemen.
Jason Fox heading down pit lane, going to get some fuel, some tires, may repair a little bit of damage. Fox started in the 5th position, moved all the way up to the 3rd place. So, not sure what happened there with Jason, but we'll find out after a little bit.
25 laps tonight. It's a 25-lap race. It's 65 degrees outside with no wind, so it's going to be a pretty nice, cool race for the guys. They had a pretty big grip on the cars. As much grip as you can have at Brands Hatch anyway.
And we noticed, or I just noticed, always putting Kane on the spot here. Sorry, buddy. But also noticed with the 25 laps, guys, there's no mandatory pit stop tonight. So Jason Fox going and getting some new tires and all just doesn't sound like just because he wanted to. I'm thinking there might have been some kind of problem with the car, guys, for him just to make a stop like that when he was battling up near the top 5.
Well, I have news in from a reliable source. Jason Fox just a short pitting, getting some tires and getting going. It was a quick pit stop. Tony Klusterman a little swirly right now. He's sitting in 7th place position. He ran a strong race, 2nd race last week at Mazda Raceway.
Yeah, good to see Tony Klusterman battling back towards the front of the field.
Daniil Manikoff was the 3rd fastest on the track, and you see he gets a little swirly as he goes into the last corner here at Brands Hatch, and he gets it back going.
Nigel Baines still riding clean out front of the number 36 Body Dog Cake Marston Ford Falcon is doing really good. He's got a good, nice gap in between him and Greg Carr. Greg Carr, does a power slide through the turn, but he's okay. He's going to have a little bit of company real soon, as right behind Mr. Greg Carr is Mr. Jason Lundy in the number 14 Woody's Lures Ford Falcon, ladies and gentlemen.
Something I've noticed from Nigel Baines last couple weeks is he's really improved We do have an update on Tony Kluseman. It looks like he's got a little grass on the grill. Greg Carr
Trouble
hard
right
into
now.
the wall.
Greg Carr gets off track into the wall. He almost gets Jason Lundy. Glenn Sidman's going to try to get by him. Jason Lundy will get by Greg Carr. And trouble for Greg Carr as he hit the wall, comes back on track. Almost caused a crucial wreck there for Jason Lundy. Fortunately, able to avoid him. Good job avoiding that wreck. Mario Girard trying to slide by. He will slide by. Greg Carr's going to fall back. That's really going to cost him, guys. I'm trying to see what happened there. He definitely got loose. Something happened.
It looks like he just got loose all by himself. Right now, Nigel Baines is about a half second faster than Mario Girard.
Replay here on Greg Carr's incident. On screen now,
That back end looks like he just stepped out on him, guys, and once he lost it, when he tried to save it, he got a little over aggressive in the saving, and it's a hard car to save.
Right now, Mark Myers the only one lap down here at Brands
he did a
Hatch.
great job keeping that out of any other cars. After he bounced off the wall there, he straightened it up real quick and kept it out of any other cars. Great job saving it.
Yeah, Greg Carr currently out of the pits. Repaired his damage. He's going to try to make everything he's got. You know one thing about Greg Carr, he's not a quitter. So big shout out to the Can-Am Motorsports, GRAsim.us, Greg Carr.
Well, the next person I'm looking at, guys, is not no longer Greg Carr. I'm looking at Jason Lundy. Here he is in the number 14. He's got the brand new paint scheme we talked about earlier, and now he's in the second position. Way to go, Jason Lundy. Now attacking. He's going to have to move forward pretty aggressively, as Nigel Baines has just an unbelievably huge gap in between the first and second position. But remember, gentlemen, we are only on lap number 8 of 25. Anything is still possible. So for guys like Glenn Sidman, Daniil Maninkoff, these guys still have a chance. Anybody in between that range really can make a move and get back up towards the front.
Well, Daniil Maninkoff, he just spun out again about a half lap ago. That's his third or fourth time.
Yeah, he's hanging out behind Chris Hogan right now. And I want to give a shout out to Chris Hogan as he's up in the 7th position trying to move forward. Good to see Chris Hogan battling back up in the top 10. He's been working really hard on his racing, guys. I know that each week he puts in a lot of practice time and is really trying to improve his speed here. Trouble again for Daniil Maninkoff. Bless his heart, he's having trouble again. He's off track in the sand trap. And that's just terrible, terrible trouble right there. Another off track for Mark Myers as he got off track as well. Just a lot of, we saw this happening, guys, is when we talked in the pre-race. We knew this is going to be a really tough track for these V8 supercars to come into Brands Hatch. It is definitely shown very difficult as even the best of the best have had trouble staying on right now.
And pretty much a 4-second gap in between all of the drivers. So we got a lot of clean tracks. So we can get some guys to get some guys with some fast laps. Right now, Nigel Baines out in front by about 15 seconds. That's just tremendous job by Nigel. He's doing a great job this season. 4th in the points. Going to try to make a move up to pass Mario Girard. And Jordan, who is in second, who is currently not in the race. Actually, Nils Jordan sitting in the 5th position. So Nigel can keep it up. He might be able to pass Mario Girard.
I want to go ahead and do a rundown, guys. We're on lap number 10 of 25. Currently in the lead is the number 36 of Nigel Baines. And in second place is the number 14 of Jason Lundy. Glenn Sidman sits back in 3rd place with a close Mario Girard in 4th. Nils Jordan currently in 5th with Chris Hogan now up to 6th. Tony Klusterman in the Never Quit Racing Ford Falcon is in 7th. The number 47 of Daniil Maninkoff is in 8th position with Kyle Herron in the number 25 back in 9th. Rounding out our top 10 is Jason Fox in the number 51 Ford Falcon with Greg Carr back in 11th. Zach Baker is in the 12th position with Luke Bergens in 13th. Jim Egan currently in the 14th position with Peter Hebron in 15th. Those are all the cars in the top 15 are on the lead lap. Currently 1 lap down, he's in the pits right now, is Timothy Fife in the number 197. And in 17th, 1 lap down as well in the Fago Ford Falcon is Mark Myers. That is how they drive right now. here so far. This is lap 11. Nigel Bain still with a huge gap, guys.
Yeah, Jim Egan right now entering the pits. He's got a little bit of right rear damage. He's going to get the top 4 tires to fuel the sucker up and get the car out, and he's on chugging along.
Well, I don't blame him. If you're already going to go, if you're going to have to go a lap down and you got some damage to the car, you need to go and get those fresh tires, get the damage repaired, and get back out there and put down some consistent fast laps. You'll be amazed at what will happen with some of the guys that will try to stay out with damage. They're going to end up losing 2 to 3 seconds a lap with that kind of damage. So if you go in and get the damage repaired, you go out there, you're going to lose 3 or 4 seconds this lap, but you're going to make it up for the rest of the 14 laps remaining. That's a huge, advantage. So it's all in the strategy and all how it plays out, and it'll be fun to see how it does play out here at the remainder of the race.
That's a great thing about the V8 supercars and road racing in general, the strategy. Pit or no pit.
There is a good battle on track fixing to happen. If you're looking on, Jason Lundy is about to have his hands full with the number 83 of Glenn Sidman and Mario Girard back there in the 27th. Both drivers trying to creep in on the on the second place position of Jason Lundy. That's a fun little 3-way battle for second, and they're getting pretty tight right now, guys.
We currently have one racer out of commission. That is the number 17 of Luke Bergens. Luke Bergens has disconnected from the server, so we do have one car out of commission.
All right, and back on track. Like I said, look at this. We got Glenn Sidman going to be looking to try to make a pass here in just a moment. He got real close on the bumper of Jason Lundy, but Jason Lundy doing a fantastic job of not worrying about the pressure in his rearview mirror. He keeps driving forward and driving pretty flawlessly right now. Hitting his apex is perfect, and it's going to pay off for him. But Glenn Sidman definitely putting on the pressure right now, guys.
He's going to start to put on the pressure, which is going to give him and Lundy usually slower lap times, which is going to allow the number 27 of Mario Girard to catch up and let's make this a 3-car tangle. That's what he's wanting to do.
Well, I think right now it may not quite look like it at the time, but I believe we about have a 3-car battle going right now. As when you're at Brands Hatch, these passing zones are so tough. It's so hard to find a place to pass. So if you're within a car length or 2 car lengths of the guy in front of you here, you're really putting on the pressure, because any slight mistake, and we've seen it from the best of the best here on the track today, if you make a slightest mistake, that little 2-car length lead won't mean much. Off track for Jason Lundy, I was just talking about it right there, guys, and it happened. Glenn Sidman trying to get out in front and make the pass, and he will be successful for the time being. Jason Lundy is side by side with Mario Girard going into the final turn here at Brands Hatch. Mario Girard on the inside, Lundy on the outside, and Mario Girard will try to make the pass as they head towards the start-finish line. Here they go door-to-door to the start-finish line. Who's going to make the lead pass? And Lundy is still door-to-door. They're going to battle down into turn 1. On the curve is Mario Girard in the number 27. He's going to try to get the advantage, get that nose in. He's on the inside going into turn 2, and they're still door-to-door. This is unbelievable racing, guys. Mario Girard finally gets the advantage and pulls out in front of Jason Lundy. He is now currently overtaking Jason Lundy.
What a battle there. That's what it takes to make these passes, is you got to have that patience to wait for the driver ahead of you to make that mistake. And when you make that mistake, it's going to cost you when you got drivers like Mario Girard and Glenn Sidman, 2 of the top drivers here in the GV8.
I tell you what, Avery and Kane, I'm going to have to start talking about, or quit talking about, what's going to happen, because I was sitting there telling you how that 2-car length thing is already a 3-way battle, and right there it showed the pressure. The pressure of seeing those 2 cars in your rearview mirror, it can subconsciously bother you. And I mean, Jason Lundy is a great, phenomenal driver, and he was doing a great job. And then it just took the tiniest mistake, and it could happen to any of us. And you saw what happened right there. But don't sell Lundy short, as he's right on Mario Girard's bumper, and he's not going to let up easy. Yeah, I do want to thank you guys all for coming in and watching. We want to thank, the biggest thanks today is going to go out to our sponsor, GetDirtyMX.com, who's been with us all season long and will continue to be with the GV8, GRAsim, and GTCC races throughout the remainder of this season. we want to thank them 100% for being on board with GRAsim TV. They have been just truly...
Mario's
Oh,
around.
trouble for Mario Girard. He's off track. That's huge trouble. Huge trouble. We're going to go back and check that replay if we can, hopefully.
Here we are in replay.
I believe, I'm trying to see if Mario got into the back of Lundy maybe. And I don't think he did, guys. I think he might have just got loose.
It looked to me like he just got loose and back end kind of stepped out from behind you.
Yeah, Mario Girard got a little loose in Graham Hill. Back on the track right now, but you know, kind of wore up the tires a little bit. They're going to be battling hard for position. Once again, if you
Tony
make some
Klusterman
mistakes,
and him. Tony Klusterman right now battling with Mario Girard for position. They're door-to-door going through turns right now. This is a great battle. Even though it's for the lost position, Mario's off again. He's going to have to tuck in behind Klusterman. Good
Yeah, a
move
little
by Tony
bit
Klusterman.
contact was made there. He just kind of bumped into Klusterman just a little bit there and kind of knocked him off track just a hair. But Tony...
yeah, it looked like... I'm looking at it for a second time, and it looked like Klusterman just went right up into Mario Girard. I don't think it was on purpose, but right now, Carr and Baker are 1 second faster than the field. So we'll look forward to those guys as they start to catch up, as they already made a pit stop. Once again, there is no required pit stop for tonight's race, but a lot of drivers
All
are
right,
making
guys,
that
you're
decision.
going to have to take a look at Jason Lundy and Glenn Sidman if you can. That is going to be a battle. They have been going neck and neck. I've been watching them over the past few seconds, and they have really been giving each other a hex. As one and done, they're back and forth, touching and bumping and going. Jason Lundy doing a great job of tucking in right behind the number 83 and giving him the same pressure that the 83 gave Lundy just a minute ago. Glenn Sidman is now feeling the pressure from Jason Lundy, just as Glenn Sidman gave it to Lundy just a minute ago. And then, not going to say it's going to happen, guys, but just keep your eyes peeled.
Yeah, Brands Hatch has proven to be a tough track here tonight for guys here at the GV8. A lot of guys have made a couple mistakes, but that's the name of the game. Who makes the least amount of mistakes, it usually comes out with the victory. Right now, that's Nigel Baines, but this race is not over yet. Keep that in mind, fellas.
The driver I do want to talk about, we've left him out so far to this point. He's now slid up into the 4th position as the number 2 Redback Ford Falcon driver of Nils Jordan, who is now currently up in the 4th place. He is looking ahead at Jason Lundy. He's got a ways to go to get to him, about a 3-second differential until he gets up there to him, I believe. But he'll be up there soon. He's a fast enough guy. He'll catch up to him in just a second if he keeps up good pace.
The thing to know about Nils Jordan is he is racing, and it is 3:30 in the morning where he's at. So he stayed up extra late to run this race.
Quick update here. Glenn Sidman coming out of looks to be turn number 3. Got a little swirly, and which caused Lundy to smack the wall. So quick update. Lundy with some left side damage.
Yeah, Glenn Sidman's still okay though. He's still in front of Lundy, fortunately for him. And what that did though is actually it's going to allow Nils Jordan to come into the picture here pretty soon, as we are currently on lap number 16 of 25, guys. And this could happen. This could be another 3-way battle for second place here before too long.
Yeah, Tony Klusterman got a little swirly, and which Greg Hogan ran straight into the back of him. So it looks like Klusterman Day will be over. Tough luck for Klusterman, considering the second race of last week. Tony Klusterman had his race of his life.
Trouble for Tony Klusterman right now.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to call the tow truck, and he's going to sit in the pit lane until that tow is over and probably get the word.
Man, I hate that for him.
Chris Hogan right now entering the pits from his front end damage from collecting with the number 121, Tony Klusterman.
Well, gentlemen, we talked before the race about keeping your nose clean, and right now the guy with the cleanest nose on the track's got to be the number 36 of Nigel Baines. He's done a fantastic job so far to this point, has a humongous lead to show for it. And as long as he can stay clean, he's going to go on to make this win. And barring nothing terrible happens, he does have lap traffic to deal with. So,
Nils Jordan going for the pass on Jason Lundy.
Ooh, glad you brought that up. This is going to be a three-way battle for second place, but for right now, the battle is for third. And that's going to be fun to see if Nils can get around Lundy. Right now, Jason Lundy doing a good job of keeping the number 5 in his rearview mirror. I think we saw Jason Lundy slip up once earlier, but I don't think we're going to see it happen to him again. So Nils Jordan's really going to have to find a good opening, and he's really going to have to be aggressive to make the pass on the number 14 if he's going to get around him and move up into the third position.
Tell you what, it's really good to see Nils up competing in these top spots. It's been a while since he's been up here. He's just seemed to have had little bits of bad luck, but so it's definitely good to see him up running in fourth position, fighting for the third, and he's going to get the move done on the inside of Jason Lundy.
Yeah, Jason Lundy got into the sand trap. He got about 2 tires over in there, Kane, and they got side by side for just a second. But with the momentum that Nils Jordan had being on the tarmac, and then having Jason Lundy over in the sand trap, it allowed Nils Jordan to make a very good, clean pass and move up into the podium spot. And that's going to be another time Jason Lundy had a small mistake moving back a position or two. So it's going to be he's got to have his nerves a little bit up and going, so should see Jason Lundy fight back pretty aggressively here.
Back in the sixth position, Mario Gerard is putting the moves on Daniil Maninkoff, and he is trying his best to get around him. Sorry, Avery, I know you're getting ready to say that.
Yeah, these guys have been battling back and forth, side by side. We just slipped a little bit, but right now, Daniil Maninkoff trying to hold off Mario Gerard in the 5th position. Currently, we have 9 cars on. You take a look at Daniil Maninkoff getting off into the grass, which allows Mario Gerard to take over 5th position.
What a good move. The number 27, what a good move. And, that's right, Avery. That was a killer job by Mario Gerard. Daniil Maninkoff. Mario Gerard fell way back earlier, guys, and he's moved up pretty well. I think Mario Gerard really likes Brands Hatch. He's definitely shown that he can get around this track with a pretty swift fashion. So the number 27 moving up forward. But it is lap number 18 of 27, now 19 of 27, guys, as we're moving along forward. And this is how they run with 6 to go. Nigel Baines is the leader still currently, with Glenn Sidman in second, Nils Jordan in third, with Jason Lundy in fourth, Mario Gerard in the 5th position, with Daniil Maninkoff in 6th. Jason Fox in the number 51 is in 7th, with Greg Carr back in 8th. Zach Baker up to the 9th position. He is the last car on the lead lap. All these cars are a lap down, but still there. It is the number 25 of Kyle Herron in 10th, Chris Hogan in 11th, Tony Klusterman in 12th, Jim Egan in 13th. And then 2 laps down is Peter Hebron. Mark Myers is 15th. 16th is Timothy Fife, and leading out the field, Luke Bergens. And that's how they run here. And guys, we got an exciting lap 19 right here, as it's going to lead us all the way up to the 25th and final lap here in just a moment. What is some of the battles we're going to see here that are going to come down to the wire?
Well, right now, my money's on Glenn Sidman, Nils Jordan. I don't think Nils Jordan's done trying to catch up to Glenn Sidman. Also throw Jason Lundy in the mix, and then take a look at Mario Gerard 5th and Daniil Maninkoff in 6th. Now, a couple things with Daniil. He's been having a little trouble in the back end of the course. Those right-handers are giving him a little bit of fits, so Daniil's going to have to make them adjustments, try to pass the number 27 of Mario Gerard.
Yeah, Nils Jordan's got a little ways to go to move up to Glenn Sidman in the 83, but we've seen the Redback Ford Falcon do very well here, and I believe it could be possible. He's going to have to get moving quick. I think more likely we're going to see Mario Gerard and Jason Lundy. I believe Daniil Maninkoff's going to follow Mario Gerard all the way up to Jason Lundy. We're going to have a 3-way battle for the 4th position here before too long, as already I'm seeing Jason Lundy. I mean, it's a long ways to go, but it just could happen. That's going to be my long ball, oddball chance in a million shot we see it.
A little bit of internet connection trouble for the silent stalker as he's blinking in and out. That can be a problem if he gets a low percentage on his connection for a certain amount of time. It can disconnect him from the server, so he's probably got his fingers crossed that his internet connection clears up a little bit.
Boy, that is scary right now. That's, if you want to compare that to real world racing, folks, that's about the same as having an engine failure. If your connection goes, it's basically your engine blows. You're done. And hopefully, we'll hope for the best for the number 83. Good point right there, Kane. Thanks for pointing that out, because he is currently in second place, and you're talking about a huge points blow for the driver of the True Blue Ford Falcon.
You know, big shout out to Zach Baker right now. If he can get a good shot on him. You know, he had some struggles in the beginning of the race, had to make a pit stop, but you know, he's driving some consistent laps, and for a guy that's new to the racetrack, you know, new to the series, kid's got a lot of talent, but you know, he's doing a great job. Yes, he's sitting in 9th place, but with what happened with him in the beginning of the race, did a fantastic job driving one of the faster laps on the circuit.
Another thing about Zach Baker is we want to say that here at GRAsim, we had to throw out an honestly from the heart true apology, as we kept Zach Baker from entering race 2 last week, and it really hurt that we caused that. He was in an interview post race after race 1 with us, and we had so much fun talking with him that we literally let time slip by, and he actually missed race 2. But we wanted to let everybody know he will get credit for appearing at race 2, even though he was unable to connect. So once again, Zach, we really want to apologize, and it's good to see you up in the top 10 this week.
Oh, Daniil Menikoff is battling here with Mario Girard. Looks like Daniil locked up the brakes and got a little sideways, but Menikoff and Girard been battling side by side and bumper to bumper for about 4 or 5 laps. So watch out for Daniil and Mario. These guys are doing a great job. Mario out in front of him by about a half second, and we'll see as these couple laps wind down if Menikoff can get around Girard for the top 5.
Yeah, and not only he's not on the lead lap with these guys, but watch Tony Kloosterman too. He definitely can run with both of these guys. He ought to add some fun to it. I know he'll probably stay back because it's just such a good sport, but man, could you imagine if these three were all on fighting for position here? This would be really fun, because I know Tony Kloosterman would be right there in the mix, fellas.
Watch out for Greg Carr, the number 5 Can-Am Motorsports Ford Falcon, catching up to Jason Fox. Right now, I think Daniil is a little bit faster off in the shorter course of the section of the raceway. And then you take a look at Mario Girard, who I would say is a little faster on the longer part of the racetrack. What I mean by that is some of the longer turns, he gets a little bit more speed out of the corners. But we got a couple laps to go. We'll find out if Menikoff can get up to Girard. But right now, Greg Carr is smelling little Fox, Jason Fox, about a few seconds ahead of him. So watch out for Greg Carr trying to make an overtake on Fox.
Well, they're going to have to move fast, as we are just about.
Menikoff off track, allowing Mario Girard to just skate on by.
Yeah, that's going to be a huge move for Mario, because this is fixing to be the lap 24, and then next thing you know, the white flag will be out, fellas. This race is just short of getting over. And I'm watching our leader, and he's been flawless so far. He got a little bit loose on the back end there for a second, but he's got such a huge lead, he was able to just kind of let it ride out and keep going. He didn't have to worry too much. But the battle's definitely going to be who can sneak into the top 5. And that was a huge move for Mario Girard with the battle that him and Daniil had, guys. So big break for Mario Girard, especially after the tough break he had earlier. Right now, the top 5 reads Nigel Baines, Glenn Sidman, Nils Jordan, Jason Lundy, and Mario Girard. So right now, guys, that's our top 5. We're fixing to hit lap 24, and then the next thing you know, or we are on lap 24. Next time by the white flag, we'll be out.
Jason Fox working hard to catch up to that sixth place position of Daniil Menikoff.
Yeah, Nils Jordan right now closing a little bit closer on Glenn Sidman, so all he needs is Sidman to make a little mistake. It's going to be close. The way Jordan is driving, it's going to be real close. but big props, Nigel Baines out in front.
Yeah, with the absence of Marty Carroll has done a three-peat back-to-back, and so Nigel Baines, really proud of him to get out here to this huge lead right now. Very proud of him. He's got the brand new sponsor of partner Marty Carroll on the hood, so even though Marty's not here, the Marston looks like it will return to victory lane as well as the Spotty Dog Cake Ford Falcon. Really big congratulations going to go out to Nigel Baines. I just don't want to speak too soon, fellas. You know what these commentator phrases can have effect on these guys. Right now, Nils Jordan wishing he could have a nitrous boost right now on this straightaway. I know he really would like to catch up to the number 83 of Glenn Sidman. I just don't think he's got enough time, guys, as this race is winding down in a hurry. He's got just about almost a 3-second gap up to Glenn Sidman. I just don't think he's going to be able to make it in time.
And white flag is out. Nigel Baines crossing the start-finish line about a quarter of a lap ago, so he's going to cruise his way to hopefully a first-place finish. I know that's his goal, but the race is not over.
I tell you what, Mario Girard right now trying to catch up on Jason Lundy, guys. We may have a battle right here before the end, and Mario Girard may be trying to make a pass on Jason Lundy for position 4.
Jason Lundy's definitely got some damage to that vehicle. He's definitely struggling a little bit. Now he's losing in the grass.
He's off track, guys. He is off track.
Yeah,
it
Lundy.
Is nose to nose. Mario's going to ease by. Good sportsman move by Jason Lundy, letting Mario Girard get ahead of him before he pulled back on the track. And right now, they should battle on this final lap. White flag is out. They will be battling to the very end for this position.
Yeah, Lundy got together with Glenn Sidman coming out of turn number 1. But right now, it's all about Nigel Baines, the number 36. He's getting ready to go into the last corner here at Brands Hatch and take home the checkered flag. Big props, Nigel Baines. First place.
But the battle on the course right now, Kane, you were right. There's definitely damage, but both drivers on the exit get off on that little carpet rumble strip there. And right now, we still got a battle with Jason Lundy and Mario Girard, but you definitely are right. You can definitely tell the damage on Jason Lundy. He's getting loose again, guys. He's still hanging in there, but man, you can tell he's got some terrible damage. He's going to have Daniil Manenkoff coming up at this rate if he keeps getting loose like that. I just hope he can make it to the end okay.
Congratulations to Nigel Baines, a great victory.
Glenn Sidman coming out of the final corner. He's going to take home the second place finish at Brands Hatch. Nils Jordan following behind him third. Right now, Lundy is going to try to hold off Daniil Manenkoff. With the damage of Lundy, you never know what might happen, but right now, Mario Girard, going to try to hang on to fourth. He will. Mario Girard, fourth place. Jason Lundy going to take home a top 5. Congratulations to Lundy. Manenkoff, 6. Fox, 7. Great car, making it back to an 8th place finish.
I tell you what, Greg Carr never could bounce back. There you see last car to finish on the lead lap, Zach Baker in the 513. Congratulations to him on the top 10 finish. Chris Hogan is the next car. He is a lap down, but he is the first car a lap down. He should finish in the 10th spot. And tell you what, Greg Carr never could bounce back after that first big accident there. He ran so quick at first, and then I don't know if the damage got to his car, guys, or what. I mean, he still ran great, but just couldn't get the normal Greg Carr speed going.
I think what happened with Greg Carr is he got that little damage, which kind of put him into a different mindset. He started throwing down some quick laps with that damage, but you know, it's hard to be consistent with them with that damage. So big props to Carr for making it back to an 8th place finish. Not a bad finish for the points leader, but big shout out Nigel Baines, number 36. Taking home the victory. That ran one heck of a race. Not many guys can run 43 seconds away from the field, so big props to Nigel.
Yeah, definitely Nigel Baines deserves a big pat on the back. He definitely deserved this win. He jumped out from the very get-go and represented well for his new sponsor on the car. I know his teammate would love it. Is going to be very proud to see he represented well. But Nigel Baines, if we look back, he has been talked about it. We all talked about it a little earlier in the broadcast. you know, he got out early in the season, and you know, we obviously know that Greg Carr dominated the very beginning of the season, but moving forward, gentlemen, we saw in between the Marty Carroll stretch of wins and the Greg Carr stretch of wins, it was Nigel Baines sneaking in a win there. So it's good to see Nigel back in victory lane. He's been doing so good lately, but he seems like the past week or two he's had just a little off track here or the little bump and grind there that kept him out of victory lane. And today he's able to get up there. He gets out front. Not only that, he completely dominates the field, finishes over 30 seconds ahead. Unbelievable performance by Nigel Baines.
Yeah, big props to everybody here today. Everyone did a fantastic job battling for position. So we had a treat. Next week we go to Watkins Glen. We're more than excited for that race. But right now, Nigel Baines still come to victory.
Yeah, and as soon as we can, as always, I'm going to go into a final rundown of how they finished. And then, of course, hopefully we can get some of the drivers in here for some post-race comments. Congratulations. This is how they run. Congratulations to our victor this afternoon here at Brands Hatch in England. It's Nigel Baines, driver of the number 36 Spotty Dog Cake Marsden Ford Falcon. And finishing second is the number 83 driver Glenn Sidman. Number 2 Nils Jordan finishes in third, and that is how the podium is here at Brands Hatch. Finishing fourth and battling back from a slip up earlier in the race is the number 27 driver Mario Gerard. Rounding out the top 5, battling a great race today. Congratulations, Jason Lundy, who finishes 5th. He did really good, guys, for that damage he had. It was unbelievable for him to get a top 5 out of this. Daniil Maninkoff is able to finish 6th in the number 47 car. Jason Fox able to finish 7th here at Brands Hatch in the number 51 Ford Falcon. Greg Carr, number 5 driver of the Can-Am Motorsports car, finishes in 8th. Zach Baker is the last car to finish on the lead lap, and want to congratulate him for finishing 9th. Rounding out the top 10 officially is the number 10 driver of Chris Hogan. Kyle Herron, driver of the number 25, finishes in 11th. 12th is going to go to Tony Klusterman in the number 121 car. Jim Egan finishes 13th. Peter Hebron rounds out the 14th. 15th goes to Mark Myers. Timothy Fife finished 16th. And Luke Bergens rounds out the field in 17th, guys. That's how they ran here at Brands Hatch. We knew it was going to be tough for these guys. But you know what? I think all in all, they all put on a fantastic performance. This could have been a really, really, really tough race as far as wrecks, and I think for the most part we saw very clean racing out of these guys. This is such a tough track for these cars, and they showed very well. Good performances by all.
I think it was a great race tonight, and I think it's really going to bode well for the points. You know, the points have gotten really extremely close in this series, and I think that with the absence of Marty Carroll tonight, I think the race tonight's really going to shake up the points a little bit, especially in the second place through the 5th position.
Yeah, and that's where it's really tight, Kane, is that 2nd through 5th place. You know, obviously Greg Carr, with his early dominance in the season, really got him a big jump out front. But that 2nd through 5th, it's really shaken up here. Like you said, the absence of Marty, that's going to definitely change the points up a good bit. And then Mario Gerard, he's doing a killer job getting back up there in 4th. Jason Lundy doing great up in 5th. It's just a great night for some of these drivers. Really glad to see Nils Jordan get back up to a podium finish, guys. And that's great for the number 2 driver. As we've noticed in a few other races, we saw Glenn doing a little better. So, I'm sorry, Glenn is got back up. I meant to say Nils Jordan there, guys. Sorry. But Nils Jordan has started to go back. If you remember the beginning of the season, Nils Jordan was always running 4th, 5th, and always battling for a podium. And so it's good to see him back up there doing really good again. And hopefully here in just a moment, we'll get some of the drivers in here to talk a little bit about some of the performances we saw tonight. Just a couple reminders. I know one thing is Jason Lundy. I want to give him a big shout out for his performance tonight. He had some damage to the number 14 Woody's Lures Ford Falcon, and still managed to drive that bad boy home to a fifth finish. And that's hard to do when you got a beat up V8 supercar, guys. And not only that, when you're driving around Brands Hatch, and then you got a guy like Mario Girard battling with you for fourth place, that's huge. That's just so hard. And he held him off for as long as he could, and did just such a fantastic job, able to hold off and leave out of here with a fifth place finish. That's really good. I know he would have liked to have stayed up there in second place. He worked his way all the way up to second at one point, but can't wait to get a word with some of these guys. But first, I do want to talk to our winner tonight, driver of the number 36 Spotty Dog Cake Marsden Ford Falcon. That is Nigel Baines. Can you hear me, Nigel?
I can hear you, fellas.
Well, Nigel, first thing we want to do is congratulate you on that dominating performance here at Brands Hatch this afternoon. It was just absolutely phenomenal seeing you get out there and literally run away from the competition. Congratulations. That was just one of the best performances we've seen out of you all season, buddy.
Yeah, thanks, JD. Just kind of concentrating on obviously not crashing. It's a tricky track, but I guess home advantage played into my favor this time, so it's nice to be out there, but shame that Marty wasn't here too.
Yeah, I didn't know why Marty. I didn't know that we were going to be missing Marty this week. I hope everything's okay with him. I'm sure we'll see him again next week. I did say congratulations on teaming up with Marty. I think that's just going to be a fantastic team, and I'm glad you guys have teamed up together. One thing I wanted to say though was I tried to say it earlier in the broadcast, but I didn't want to make it a fact or not. I thought this was your home track, but I didn't want to. I said I believe this is kind of a home track because I remember you saying something about it was this track meant a lot to you. So it definitely showed tonight.
Yeah, kind of. It's more in jest. I mean, I'm from the UK, and obviously it's a track in England. I was due to race there in real life on the motorbike, but it never actually happened. So it's not really a track I've been around, but I guess it's local compared to some of the others that we race at. So home advantage, I'll take that for sure.
Well, I'll tell you this, Nigel, the way you raced here today, you can call it your home track, buddy. Congratulations on the win today, buddy.
Thanks, JD.
Oh, absolutely. That is Nigel Baines, ladies and gentlemen, driver of the number 36. Next up is Glenn Sidman, who battled his way all the way up to P2 and finished second here at Brands Hatch in a very tough circuit here today. Glenn, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great, JD.
Great. The Silent Stalker strikes again, gets back up into a podium finish, and what a phenomenal driving that you put up for us today, man. Really, really good job behind the wheel today, Glenn.
Thanks. It was a lot of fun. Nigel definitely schooled us all, so congratulations to Nigel. And thanks to GRAsim and GetDirtyMX.com for putting this on. And I also wanted to say thanks to Jason. He gave me a big break this week. I got completely out of control, and he just backed off, let me gather it back up, and he could have passed me or taken me out easily there. So good racing with Jason, and who was that I saw in my mirror a lot tonight? That was Mario. I don't see him in the broadcast, but
there he is.
There he is, yeah. He filled up my mirror a good part of the night, and it was just good racing. Enjoyed it. Again, congratulations to the winner. That was something else. He was just gone.
Yeah, that was a stellar performance, really by everybody here tonight. We talked earlier in the broadcast about how tough this circuit is on any car, and then you get in here in a heavy V8 supercar, the passing opportunities are limited here, so you have to capitalize on the opportunities that are given to you, and that's exactly what you did tonight, Glenn. So that allowed you to finish in the second position. Congratulations, buddy.
All right, thanks, JD. Thanks, everybody. Yeah, it was a good race. And hi, Jacob. Talk to y'all later.
Yeah, definitely got to say hello to Jacob. Give Jacob a shout out. Hello, Jacob. Make sure your dad keeps eating those vegetables.
That's right. And next up, I want to talk to driver of the number 5 Can-Am Motorsports Ford Falcon, Greg Carr. Greg, how you doing tonight, buddy?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Oh, we're doing great. We saw you jump out to a killer start and then had the unfortunate incident there and fell back and was able to kind of get things back together and finish on the lead lap. Walked out of here in 8th place finish. Kind of what happened? Tell us what happened there in the incident.
I was just trying to stay behind Nigel and keep him in sight, and I noticed, I think it was Jason and I forget how, maybe Daniel. They were pretty close, and I kind of forgot about them. And honestly, I just kind of fell asleep at the wheel. I was just cruising around, and before I knew it, I was chasing the car all over the place, and I don't know, just had a brain fart and hit the wall, and it messed the steering all up. So I decided to get in pit instead of try to nurse it around. And unfortunately, some other people had some mistakes, and I think that's the only reason I got back to 8th. I was behind Jason Fox for a while, and one or two more laps probably could have caught him, but oh well, I'll take 8th. A lot better than I did last weekend.
Well, no, that's fantastic, Greg. When you think about it, having an incident like that, then going through the pits and still somehow able to finish on the lead lap, that's quite an accomplishment, especially with Nigel Baines running around here like a bat out of hell here at Brands Hatch. I think Nigel just practiced here all season, and then just that way when we came here, he could blow us out of the water. But yeah, good job tonight, Greg. I know you would have liked to have not had that incident happen and kept the car clean, but congratulations anyways on rescuing it.
Yeah, thanks. I'm really looking forward to the next race, Watkins Glen. I live about half an hour from that track, and that's my track, so hopefully I got something for Nigel next week.
Oh boy, I love a challenge, and that is going to be really, really fun. That's obviously I'll just say it, that is my favorite track to go to as far as racing on. I love Watkins Glen as well, so really look forward to seeing you perform next week, Greg. Thanks a lot, buddy.
All right, thanks guys. See you next week.
And that is Greg Carr, driver of the number 5 Can-Am Motorsports Ford. Next driver I want to talk to did a stellar job tonight battling a beat-up machine and still walked out of here with a 5th place finish. Driver of the number 14 Woody's Lures Ford Falcon, Jason Lundy.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Oh, we're doing just absolutely great, man. We had a blast watching you drive around tonight. Saw you up all the way up in 2nd place at one point, had a small slip up and fell back, but you worked your way back up. Seemed like you had another slip up there, but it was all because of a damaged race car. Somehow you battled that thing even when it was beat up and managed to fight with great drivers like Niels Jordan, Glenn Sidman, Mario Girard, Daniil Manninkoff, and still walked out of here with 5th place. Great job, Jason.
Hey, thanks. Yeah, at first, immediately after the race, I was a little disappointed, considering I had ran in 2nd. But unfortunately, trying to avoid Glenn, I guess I gave him too much room, and I didn't leave myself enough room and ran into the wall. And then after that, it was just a struggle. I guess I could have backed off, but it's kind of enticing when there's a car in front of you and you feel you're a little faster and you can stay up with them. And that's what happened. I just kept overdriving it. And that took me back down to 5th. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with the result. I saw I had the 3rd fastest lap of the race, and I think improvement from weeks past for me. So kind of feeling very positive now and looking forward to Watkins Glen.
Well, Jason, I mean, we really do thank you for coming and talking with us as always, and really good performance tonight. I'm glad to see you back up doing really good. It's going to be fun. It's a little confidence as you take a good performance at a tough track like Brands Hatch to Watkins Glen next week. Got to be exciting taking the new sponsor to Watkins Glen. I know that's got to be one of your favorites, Jason. It's got to be.
Yeah, I hope George Wood got to see it. A little shout out for Woody's Lures. Remember, guys, give yourself a Woody today.
That's absolutely right. George, great guy, come by before the broadcast, had a few words up in the booth with us guys, and he's just a great guy. And I know you love the new sponsor, man. It's good to see it on the car.
Thanks, JD. Thanks, Kane, and thanks, Avery. Love the job you guys do with the broadcast.
Don't make me blush. Thanks, man. Appreciate you doing a great job on the track.
And that is Jason Lundy, driver of the number 14 Woody's Lures Ford. Next, I want to talk to Mario Gerard, driver of the Road Shark Racing Ford Falcon. Mario, you had just a stellar performance tonight, kind of like Jason had. You worked your way up, had an incident, fell back, and you were able to fight all the way back up to 4th position. Really good job. I know that had to have been very difficult to do.
Well, what an interesting race, isn't it?
It sure was, buddy. It really was.
Oh yeah, well, had a great, at least at the race up to lap 13, I guess. We had a great battle with Glenn and Jason, and did a big boo-boo. And yeah, so I had to start back from 8th place, I guess, and got my way back up to 4th. But yeah, had a great battle with Daniel and all those guys. It was just fantastic race for me.
Yeah, we look forward to seeing you next week at Watkins Glen as well. Are you excited about Watkins Glen, or is it a tough track for you, Mario?
Oh no, I love Watkins, and I'm looking forward to it.
Well, what's fun, Mario, is everybody thinks that Watkins Glen is their track. So I love I love all this build up for Watkins Glen, because it's going to be fun to see who's able to take it. So good luck to you next week at Watkins Glen, Mario. Always thanks for coming by and talking with us post race, buddy.
Hey, thank you guys.
And that is Mario Gerard, driver of the Road Shark Racing number 27 Ford. And I thought I had Kyle with me. Is Kyle still in here? Don't think so. Next, I do want to talk to Zach Baker, who had a really good race here today. Zach, you here with us, buddy?
I sure am, JD.
Oh man, this time we'll be able to talk to you, buddy, and you don't have another race to go jump into real quick, do you?
No, that's the race over for today.
Wonderful. Well, fantastic job. Able to finish on the lead lap. Get out of here with a top 10 position. Finished 9th. Good job, buddy. Glad to have you back here in the series. Good to see you back for your 2nd week in a row. And really good to see the number 513 out on the track finishing in the top 10, buddy.
Yeah, thank you, JD. Yeah, got off to a good start there. Got a pretty good jump, and yeah, making a couple of moves through the first lap, but I got caught up in an incident. The back of the car came around, and that sort of put me out of the race. I had to come in and pit to repair for damage.
Yeah, I saw you having to pit there, but still, tell me, how do you pit and then still finish on the lead lap?
I'm not too sure. It's not my favourite track. I've used this setup this week in the previous races, and it's not too bad. But I can't really drive the setup, so it was a bit of a challenge today. But yeah, so but other than that, it was a good race. I'm pretty happy where I finished. I didn't get to qualify, unfortunately. I had a couple of internet issues, but yeah, it was a pretty good run. And I would also like to say I'm very sorry to Mark, who ran into me when I had that incident. I backed it up on the track and didn't realise he was there, so very sorry to Mark.
Well, hopefully he understands. We actually saw that happen. I think he did, fortunately, get to slow down just enough where hopefully it didn't cause too much damage to Mark. Hopefully he'll hear the apology, and good job you with. I do want to say something to hopefully make you feel a little better about that incident is, I just told you, how did you finish on the lead lap with making a pit stop when most of the guys on the lead lap did not make one, other than Greg Carr and a couple others. But did you know that this Brands Hatch is 2.5 miles? You said, oh, it's such a big track. Well, did you ever think, just to put it into comparison, Zach, this track is smaller track-wise than Talladega. Talladega is 2.66 miles, while this one's just right at 2.5. So think about that when you think about going a lap down. The NASCAR guys, they go into the pits, they're going a lap down on a track this size. So phenomenal job to stay on the lead lap, buddy.
Thank you very much, JD. I just tried to push on, and I'm fairly new to this track, so and the series. So it was a good run, and unfortunately, other team members couldn't be here today, so it was just me. But it was definitely a good run.
Yeah, we'll tell Isaac to come on back, and hopefully we'll see you at the Glen next week.
Thanks, guys, and check out our Facebook page, ZV Racing Team. We put photos up there of the cars every week and some race videos, so be sure to like us and check it out. We also got a website, zvracingteam.weebly.com, and thanks very much, guys. Really enjoyed the show you put on.
Thank you very much, Zach. We definitely will check that out. And have a great one. And guys, give me some info on talk to any of the drivers in here and ask them anything you want to. We got Avery and Kane here with us too.
I think it was a great race. I just want to get to the Glen next week, and I can't wait. That one's going to be exciting for sure.
Yeah, I'm with you 100%, Kane. That track is, and for the drivers that are in here listening, I guess we go ahead and say, we've said it before, but I'm preparing myself. We will be broadcasting the Watkins Glen race next week, but it will not be live. It'll be the only race of the entire season that will not be live because Kane and myself will be racing alongside you guys in that race.
Cool.
Way to go.
So it'll be kind of a fun event for the broadcasters to get in on.
And me. And me.
Excuse me, Avery has just announced he will be racing in that race as well. I was waiting for you to chime in, Avery.
I said it earlier, but
I'm talking about now.
maybe I'm talking about now. Watkins Glen. We go here, we're going to make some turns.
So you heard it here first, folks. It's going to be fun, guys. Cannot wait to jump on the track with my fellow commentators and with you guys. We get to watch y'all every week, and we talk about you, and we sit here, and we get to be fans of each and every one of you. And so it truly will be an honor to get to ride beside you guys for
maybe
just
give you a
one
little
race.
bumper.
Just one race this season really is an honor, so we really do appreciate you guys letting us run with you. And we promise we will broadcast it for you still.
Yeah, we look forward to it. That'd be great.
Yeah, JD, I have to ask, what's on the line between all you broadcasters?
I don't know. I don't think we've put anything on the line yet, but it's still time to go. We'll definitely have to come up with something because it's we're broadcasters. They're gonna want
We're broadcasters. We're not drivers.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I know I'm gonna have to talk to Coach Marty and find out what he's got in store for me. I see him up in the race channel. Let me see if I can get a word with Marty. Marty, this is JD live on the broadcast. Can you hear me?
Yeah, man, I got you.
And there is Marty Carroll. Marty, we sure did hate to miss you tonight in the race, but new teammate, driver of the number 36, Spotty Dog Cake, Marsden Ford Falcon, Nigel Baines, able to take victory here at Brands Hatch. And just to catch you up on everything, we were just talking about Watkins Glen next week, and we were just letting all the other drivers know that Kane, Avery, and myself will be joining you guys on the track at Watkins Glen next week. And then we were notified that what did we have on the line as far as a little bet between the broadcasters, and I said, I don't know, I need to talk to Coach Marty, and that's why I brought you in the broadcast, buddy. So how you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. Unfortunately, I was unable to make the race there. I was just had a few connection problems trying to get going. So, but yeah, I thought I'd come in and say good day and congratulations to Nigel. Sounds good, and we'll get straight into practice for the Glen straight after this.
Well, you heard it right there, folks. I got my coach ready to teach me up, so hopefully I can hang with Avery and Kane as they're a little bit better than I am, but I'm gonna try my hardest. We should have a poll. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set up a poll, and we'll let you guys vote who you think's gonna win out of us three next week. We'll let all the drivers vote out of us three who's gonna win out of us three, because it's gonna be fun, guys.
I might just follow you around.
I'll follow you around. Last lap, boom, out of the way.
Sounds good. Well, guys, for all the viewers watching, hopefully you guys enjoyed the race today. You're definitely not going to want to miss next week. I can't say live, excuse me. And if you're looking for the broadcast next week, it won't be live, but definitely check back as we will post it as soon as it's done. I'm sure we'll broadcast it, I'm assuming, hopefully after the race, but maybe a little later. But as soon as it's done, we'll let you guys know. And any final thoughts from any of Avery, Kane?
I don't think so. I just can't wait to get to the Glen. It's going to be a fun race next week. And fast track, fast cars. I can't wait. And don't forget to check us out Thursday night as we broadcast for the very first time our V8's online broadcast for the V8 Supercars Americas.
Yeah, guys, please come by and show some support for us. We really, really would appreciate it. I know some of you, a lot of you, will be driving in that series, so we wish the best of luck to you guys, and really want to represent GRA and GRAsim well while we're out and about. And thank you guys for all your support thus far and your continued support. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for the broadcast, guys.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure.
Thank you.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate it, guys. Well, I guess I'm going to get ready to wrap things up here at Brands Hatch in Kent, England. We want to congratulate Nigel Baines on his victory here this week in Week 9 of the GV8 series of GRAsim racing here. You can check us back next week. Please come by and check out grasim.us for any information. You can just go down to the GRAsim TV section and check on updating information about the Watkins Glen broadcast and when it shall be. We'll try to get you as soon as updated as soon as we find out when we're going to be able to do that broadcast, as we will be racing with the drivers. It's going to be a huge event. We can't wait to bring it to you. Also, want to thank GetDirtyMX.com one more big time. We were trying to bring some love to GetDirtyMX.com a little earlier, and we had so much action on the track, we kind of jumped away from them. So really want to thank GetDirtyMX.com. Please go by and check them out. They have just unbelievable cool apparel for you to wear when you're racing. Get you a cool Get Dirty MX shirt to race in and wear around town. They're really cool. And they also help out a lot of young riders and older riders too. So once again, that's GetDirtyMX.com. Check them out on Facebook or go to their website. I'm JD Smith. Alongside me in the booth tonight was Avery McDonald and Kane Kraft. We want to thank you guys very much for being here with us live. We can't wait to see you next